Hey everyone, I'm UltraSonicHero, and yes, I am wearing a Sonic Colors Ultimate t-shirt, just to wear this for the occasion since I'm celebrating 30 years of Sonic the Hedgehog. Welcome to a brand new episode of UltraCritic, which today I'm going to be reviewing, yep, you guessed it, Sonic Mania, a game where it inspires many Sonic fans, a game that brings us back in time to the classic era, and a game that brings me nostalgia and excitement. But the big question, obviously, that I'm going to ask you is, does Sonic Mania stand out as the greatest Sonic the Hedgehog game of all time? Let's find out together as we cue the title cards. Sonic Mania is probably one of my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog games of all time, and yes, this is another Sonic game from classic Sonic's era, and don't get confused on which Sonic that I'm talking about, because you obviously know which one I'm talking about. Before the game came out on the 15th of August 2017, Hyper Potions made 3 songs based on the game Sonic Mania before its release: Checkpoint featuring Nitro Fun, Time Trials, and Friends the opening theme. Also, a quick heads up, T. Lopes is the composer for Sonic Mania and his tracks are unbelievably phenomenal. Shout out to this guy, by the way. T. Lopes has appeared in other games for newer Sonic soundtracks such as Sonic Mania, Team Sonic Racing, and of course Sonic Mania Adventures, the animation project created by Tyson Hess. And Tyson's projects with a huge collaboration from the team were a success. Getting back on topic about Sonic Mania, it is a sequel to Sonic 3 and Knuckles after Sonic successfully defeats Robotnik or Eggman, and he returns the Master Emerald to its rightful guardian, Knuckles the Echidna. Afterwards, Sonic and Tails make their way back to Angel Island but then bumps into an elite group of egg robos that captures an artifact known as the Phantom Ruby. Suddenly, the power of the Phantom Ruby then transports Sonic and Tails to Green Hill, where you begin the game, which I will talk about the levels later on during the review. I know that I've said it before, but I'll say it for the last and final time. Green Hill is overrated, but at least the level design looks beautiful. Thank God. In this game, your main objective is to defeat the Egg Robos and Dr. Robotnik, and again you will be getting 2 endings depending if you've collected all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds or not. And I will also talk about that later on. Now, I own both Sonic Mania and Sonic Mania Plus on the Nintendo Switch and the PC, so before I proceed on discussing about the game, I'll be doing yet another comparison. The only issue is, since I haven't had the chance to upgrade my PC, so I will only be able to capture the resolutions at 1080p at 60 frames per second, let's take a look at what they look like in full HD. You may be able to tell a slight difference to both of their qualities as the PC shows more crispy detail, while for the Nintendo Switch gameplay it is slightly a bit blurry. There is a bit of good news however. The Switch's system with my Elgato HD 60S does not affect the frame rate as long as it's recording at 1080p at 60 frames per second. The Switch's resolution looks good, but overall the PC claims the crown for crispy looking quality. When you start up the game, you'll get a few title cards presenting the development teams, Sega, Christian Whitehead, Headcanon, and Pagoda West Games. And a few seconds later, the huge logo will show up in the title screen, and quick warning, this will contain some flashing, so be sure to take a quick turn before blinding yourself. After experiencing such a tremendous title screen, you'll then see the text saying press any button. Press whichever button and the game will start up. And then you'll be taken to the main menu screen, and holy cow, this is superb! Quick reminder, I'm recording this on my PC just because I have more options to adjust the quality and also change the screen's appearance. I will go ahead and talk through each of the menus. Mania mode is a story mode where you will be facing against the Egg Robos and of course Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Eggman, whatever you want to call him, I do not care. Challenges will get tougher as you progress throughout the entire game, but that's what makes the game so exciting and fun. Time attack. You will be playing levels that you've unlocked if you played the full game or not, and you will be aiming to beat the time and even your personal best. Competition mode is where you can play against a friend or more, and another reminder that the competition mode for Sonic Mania had 2 players, while for the Plus Edition you can play up to 4 players, which is great! If you are playing the Plus Edition, you will be able to play either as Mighty or Ray, and I gotta say, Ray is so freaking cute, just looking at him on screen. After the 4 of you have selected your characters, you can then change the items, the match length, and the screen layout. And I like that. I like how you can adjust the competition's gameplay to your liking and what works for you. At the beginning of the levels, you'll wait for a 3-second countdown, and then you're off. This is not just a race to see who finishes first, but you will also be gathering rings and defeating badniks for a high score. The player with the best overall score wins the competition. You can adjust the volumes to prevent from hearing loss in the sound menu, or just go wild if that makes you more satisfied. You can view the controls on your controller so that way you don't forget which button is which. You can even change the language text in the language menu. In the video menu, you can adjust the screen filter however you want to your liking, and give it more of that classic Sonic vibe. And lastly, in the data menu, you can erase the data based on time attacks, medallions, saved games, or all game data. Keep in mind that if you do delete your data, you will be taken back to the title screen to restart your game experience. And extras. You can play bonus challenges such as Blue Spears and Mean Bean, which I'm pretty sure that you played this game before. If you thought that was the best part is coming up. In DA Garden, you can listen to all the songs on the soundtrack of Sonic Mania, even if you were to keep yourself occupied and entertained while working. Kinda like what I do sometimes when I'm working on projects. And as for the staff credits, you'll just be watching a long list of names and people who were part of this huge development while hearing music in the background, and this will happen if you've completed the game. Talking of games, I'm happy to discuss the Blue Spears as bonus stages. The aim of the game is simple, really. You're collecting blue spears while avoiding the red ones. Touch them and you automatically fail the challenge. You will also be collecting rings as you rotate while moving forward, and you will start to move faster as the music starts to build up tempo, so try not to get too sidetracked on its speed. Gather all the blue spears and you win a medallion! Quick heads up, if you didn't get to all of the rings while collecting all the blue spears, you'll get the silver medallion. But if you get all the rings, you'll notice the text appearing on screen that says perfect. And if you completed the challenge fully, you'll get a gold medallion. It's possible to get them all, but I do find that some challenges can be somewhat tricky. However, the gameplay really impresses me. Mean Bean? You know what it means, right? Yep, we're going back to Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean machine. And no, these beans are not edible to eat. They're not the type of jelly beans that you'd eat occasionally. Who knows what would happen? If you were to eat one of those bad boys, in fact, I don't want to find out. So Mean Bean is a simple game of Puyo Puyo Tetris where you need to match the colors in the column and to build up a sweet combo to defeat your opponent. The more colors and combos you build up, the more grey blocks you can inflict to your opponent and successfully win. The first opponent that has their border completely filled to the top loses the game. Well, if you thought I was done reviewing, well guess what? You're mistaken. Did you think I'd forget about the special stages? Of course not! In the special stage, your task is to capture the Chaos Emerald before the timer runs out. And you're collecting rings to extend your time so you can chase down the UFO that's holding the Chaos Emerald. Collecting blue spears will help you to increase your speed and having better chances of catching up to that UFO. If you collect more than enough blue spears, you'll then gain a bonus, but you will also gain a continue token in case if you run out of lives, and get a game over. And let me tell you, that game over theme is freaking dope. Do be careful, however, speed can sometimes be a bit of a handful to maintain and control. If you jump off course or run out of time, you will automatically fail the special stage. But if you successfully catch the UFO with plenty of time to spare, the Chaos Emerald is yours. Collecting all 7 of them will allow you to become Super Saiyan. Just kidding. You'll transform into your super form, but you will then need to gather at least 50 rings in order to transform. But the best part is that you can transform at any time within the press of a button, and you can witness all the excitement to your heart's content. Speedrun, baby! If you've downloaded or purchased the DLC content Sonic Mania Plus, you'll unlock some goodies such as Encore Mode and 2 playable characters I've already mentioned, Mighty and Ray. And to top it all off, you can play up to 4 players on Competition Mode. Playing Encore Mode is just like Mania Mode, however the bonus rings will be so much difficult to find, and finding a bonus ring will transport you to a special stage. Completing the special stages in Mania mode is easy, however, if you're playing Encore mode, well, that's a different story. And it gets harder and harder to beat when you push yourself to the limit. It's not as easy as you think it is because there are more obstacles and speed can sometimes be your worst enemy. So if you're aiming to get all of the Chaos Emeralds in Encore mode, then you better give it your all, buddy. You better bring your A game. Not forgetting that when you're playing Encore mode, you don't have lives. Instead, you're finding monitors containing characters. Guess you can call them character tokens? I don't know. Anyway, when your sidekick or partner is in-game, you can switch to that playable character. Hitting the switch monitors will switch and change your playable characters. Do keep in mind that each of those characters will have different abilities. Sonic can spin dash and perform a drop dash. Whenever Sonic has a lightning shield, he can perform a double jump. The fire shield will send Sonic firing through badniks and other fragile obstacles, like walls. And the bubble shield will let you bounce even higher to reach higher platforms. Bouncing on a badnik will extend your jump even higher. Each of those shields has some advantages and disadvantages, so I'll just point them out anyway. Fire and lightning shields will extinguish when falling into the water. Lightning and bubble shields are not fireproof to hot boiling lava. And fire and bubble shields will not protect you from lightning. Getting back on topic about the character's abilities. Tails can spin dash just like Sonic does and can also fly or ascend above by using his two tails as a propeller. However, he will exhaust himself and will then have to descend back to the bottom. Oh, and he can also swim underwater while flying, which is pretty useful. Sonic, for the love of God, get some swimming lessons! Someday you will have to overcome your fear of water. Knuckles can, yep, that's right, spin dash. In fact, every playable character can spin dash in this game, especially Mighty and Ray, which I'll get to in a bit. Knuckles can glide but slowly descend, but if you reach to a touchable wall while in midair, you can climb up or down if you're lucky enough to find a hidden path or even a bonus ring. Plus, he can break through fragile walls without using the spin dash. The only flaw is that Knuckles can't jump as high as Sonic. Guess that explains why Knuckles is a power type. Mighty is a strong, in fact, mighty! Sorry for that ridiculous pun. Alright, I'll stop it for God's sake. He is a tough armadillo that can smash through fragile ground below with a ground smash. Even if you were to attempt to smash those annoying but painful spikes, you wouldn't lose all of your rings, which makes me smile. But what doesn't make me smile is that those spikes are still not bent out of shape or smashed to its grave. God damn it! Last but not least, one of my favorite playable characters, and in fact, so cute and adorable.
Ray the Flying Squirrel! Woohoo!
Ray can soar up and down while gliding in midair, while holding onto the jump button and moving left and right to control his momentum. And you may be lucky enough to reach to a bonus ring. You're such a cute, loving squirrel. As for the levels, they're nearly the same. The slight changes, of course, are the color palettes, and the color adjustments are great for some of the levels, but the rest were just slightly above mediocre. And one stage of them all that I found horrid was, of course, Titanic Monarch. The colors were absolutely disgusting for this stage, but overall I still enjoyed playing Encore mode. While completing Encore mode again, depending if you've collected all the emeralds or not, you are left with either the good ending or the bad ending. Best part about the good ending is that Ray is spinning his chair and himself around and around. Okay Ray, please take it easy kiddo, okay? Sooner or later you'll be getting way too dizzy and probably need to lie down for the next few minutes or so. Oh great, now Tails is doing it! Oh, almost forgot. Say cheese! That's quite a good looking photo if I do say so myself. In both Mania mode and Encore mode there are 13 zones in total. Green Hill, Chemical Plant, Studiopolis, Flying Battery, Press Garden, Stardust Speedway, Hydro City, Mirage Saloon, Oil Ocean, Lava Reef, Metallic Madness, Titanic Monarch, and lastly, Egg Reverie. If you collected 7 Chaos Emeralds, you will gain access to Egg Reverie, where you will confront Dr. Robotnik and Heavy King for one last battle in order to restore peace and harmony. In Mania mode, if you fail to get them all, then you are left with the normal ending. Get them all and you get the good ending where it'll show that Sonic travels to the future to help out modern Sonic and the Resistance in Sonic Forces, and that's where his next journey begins for another review episode in the future. Mania mode is easier than Encore mode in my honest opinion, and Encore mode I found it quite challenging but in a good way. Some of the color palettes on Encore mode could have been executed with much different appropriate colors, especially Titanic Monarch, but aside from that, I had a blast with this mode and I'd come back to try this again anytime. Mania mode level designs were just pure gold. Mechanics were brilliantly programmed and executed. The soundtrack by T-Lopes just outstanding, and it truly represents what the Sonic the Hedgehog music is all about. Adventurous, breathtaking, and heartwarming. This is why I adore musicians and composers for all of their hard work, and because they show finesse and it shows that there is potential in them. That's what makes them such extraordinary composers, and I wouldn't question about it at all. Because T-Lopes has done our mascot proud and the Sonic community proud. Special stages were fun to play, not too difficult on Mania mode, but Encore mode really made me bring my A game, and it was, well, let's just say a slightly above normal difficulty. Different attack openings compared to the classic Sonic games, and great transitions during the cutscenes, plus it was really entertaining to watch and enjoy. And now that brings me to my overall rating and some questions to be answered. Did I enjoy playing Sonic Mania? Absolutely. Would I play it again in the future? Hell yeah. Was it the greatest Sonic game of all time? Definitely yes. And if there was another Sonic game to impress us all, I'd be dying to look forward to it. And lastly, how would I rate Sonic Mania out of 10? Despite some tiny flaws, it may not be the completely perfect Sonic game. However, it stands out for its great standards, its presentation, its amazing mechanics. And for that reason, I'm gonna give this game a 9 out of 10. Sonic Mania and Sonic Mania Plus is one of the greatest Sonic the Hedgehog games of all time, and because of what it truly is. And that, my friends, is my review of Sonic Mania. Thank you for watching another episode of UltraCritic. If you enjoyed it all the way up to the end, make sure to smash a like, subscribe to my channel for more content, and don't forget to click the bell to get notified on all my uploads. Make sure to follow me on my social media, the links are going to be provided in the description below, and as always, I hope to see all of you in the next episode. Take care.